All right, so I wanted to show you how to use a tool called Google Meet today to start a meeting and then have other people join you so that you can talk face to face. You can share your desktop, you can chat with them via text if you don't want to chat with them via voice, but you can still see each other, and you can see each other's screens by using the screen sharing feature. Okay, so normally you would click start a meeting here, and then you would take this address and post it in Google Classroom or send it via email to whoever you wanted to start a mail with. Currently at Shen, we do not allow students to use Google Meet because we don't want them chatting with video with each other in a way that we can't capture that information in case of an issue. Okay, so this isn't open for students yet. Obviously, in the near future, it may be something that we open to students for at least a short term. Okay, so this is the address that you would post in Classroom or share with people via email. Once you get to this screen up in the upper left-hand corner up here, you'll get a little pull down that says you want to allow Google Meet to use your microphone and your camera, and you'll have to say allow. Okay, I've already done that, so the pop-up didn't show up for me. Okay, when I click join now, it'll bring me into that meeting. I'm not going to use this generic one. I'm going to use a Google Meet that I had previously set up for you guys to get help with from me using this feature. So it's called bit.ly/shenremote. And when I click that, you'll notice it switches to a Google Meet. And I'll say join now, and I will be in this Google Meet. Now, there are quite a few different features of Google Meet that I want to share with you. What we'll do is in just a second, you might see Vanessa popping in, and you can see a two-way conversation. So just know that I may stop in the middle of a sentence when she pops in there to introduce her and talk about that. So what you should be able to see is down here at the bottom of the screen, you'll see some controls. If I click on this one, it mutes my microphone so that the people, okay, so down here at the bottom, you have the microphone, that turns it off so the person on the other end can't hear you, and they'll make funny faces at you trying to get your attention. The one next to that is the camera. This turns off your camera so they can only hear you if you don't want to be seen. The one in between those two is the leave a call that disconnects you from it. Okay, down here in the bottom right-hand corner, I can click present now to present my screen. Vanessa on the other side will click the present now button, and she'll bring up a different tab in her browser so you can see that either the remote person or the person who's hosting the meeting can share their desktop to illustrate and talk you through how to do a different thing. So Vanessa, why don't you go ahead and share your desktop and bring up one of the tabs that you have up there. Probably not that one. Oh, that one? Okay. So you can see that you can see her off to the side now. You can see her desktop while she's presenting. She could talk us through what she's trying to show us, which is the current weather here in Albany. You can talk too if you want. No, that's okay. So the capability of this is either you or students or another fellow teacher can share whatever you have on your desktop. It could be a class flow presentation. It could be a Pear Deck presentation. It could be Desmos. It could be any application that you can bring up in on your computer that you can share with people remotely and walk them through it. So it's an excellent tool to guide students on how to use tools on their computer. Okay, they will appear over here on the sidebar unless it's only two people, and then they take up the big screen, and you take up the sidebar. Okay, you can choose by clicking on a person on that sidebar which person is the active one in the view. Okay, you can also chat with those people in a text chat by opening up that screen in the upper right-hand corner, and I can say, "Hi, Vanessa, I'm not sure your microphone is working, or are you just not talking?" So if I send this message to her through the chat, if her microphone isn't working, she can type back to me there, or she could just answer me verbally. I could also say, "Can you hear me?" Okay, but you can post anything you need there to facilitate the chat while you're waiting to figure out the technological issues going on. In most cases, it's pretty simple to solve those. There's these three dots in the bottom right-hand corner. When you click on those three dots, you can go up to settings, and it will show you which microphone you're using for your microphone. So whether it's the one that's built into the computer where it says microphone array, or you can click on the video tab and see which video camera you're using if you happen to have more than one. So if you're having an issue where they can't hear you or they can't see you, you might come in here into the settings and make sure you don't have multiple choices in there and have the wrong one chosen. Okay, same thing for them on their end, right? One of the other cool features that we have temporarily until July 1st because of the current crisis around the country is we do have the ability to record this meeting. If you click record meeting at the very beginning or at any point during it, Google will begin recording it, and when it's done, it'll store it in your Google Drive in a folder that's called My Recordings. All right, and last option, because Vanessa told me I had to show you this one, is turn on captions. It's in that same settings menu. It'll make whoever's currently occupying the screen bigger, and as you talk, that will be typed out below it for you as part of the conversation. So it literally takes your spoken words and makes them typed words. And it does a really pretty good job at it. You can see that with the caption that it's putting down there below right now. All right, so we can thank Vanessa for letting us stare at her for the last few minutes. So you can see it also switches to who's talking when it does the captions too, which is a really cool feature. You may decide over here on the right-hand side that you want to mute somebody that comes in. So if all of your students come in and they don't mute themselves and they're having distracting conversations in the background while you're presenting to your students, you simply click on the person on the right, and when it's not you, it'll give you the option of muting their microphone. So that way you can control who's speaking as the moderator. All right, that's Google Meet. Don't want to make this too long for you. Bye, Vanessa.